You know the exact feeling. Walking away from a conversation, your chest tight, realizing you just bled out every piece of leverage you had. You over-explained. You justified yourself to someone who didn't even ask. And you did it simply because you couldn't stomach the quiet failure of personality, a void that must be filled at all costs to prove we belong in the room. This creates a specific kind of victim, the reactive talker. You know them. Perhaps you are one. They are the individuals who leak their secrets, their doubts, and their boundaries just to bridge 3 seconds of uncomfortable air. They don't speak to communicate, they speak to survive the tension. But that desperation to fill the dead air is a massive tactical error. The moment your words are driven by the need to soothe your own anxiety, you stop being an actor and start being an instrument. You hand the psychological reins of the room to whoever has the stomach to remain quiet. Think back to the last time you made a major concession in a high-pressure meeting or a heated argument. You felt like you were making a choice in the moment, weighing your options and deciding to give in. But if you looked at the outcome, you'll see a pattern. The final decision rarely aligns with your original intent. This isn't an accident. When you are trapped in a cycle of reactive talking, your own social anxiety becomes a tool used against you. It creates a predictable loop where your internal pressure to be liked or understood forces you to negotiate against yourself before the other person even makes a counteroffer. The stakes are absolute. If you are not the one intentionally shaping the social environment, you are merely a piece being moved across a board you can't even see. The primary tool of the architect is the power pause. It is the calculated, agonizing withholding of a verbal response. While the reactive talker is desperate to be heard, the architect uses silence as an active, heavy presence to induce tension. This diagram represents a social vacuum. Human nature cannot tolerate an unresolved interaction. When one node stops producing data, the gravitational pull of the conversation shifts violently towards the silence, demanding resolution. Your brain interprets this vacuum as a threat. The reactive person rushes to fill the space. You start talking faster. You clarify points that were already clear. You begin to offer options or alternatives just to get a nod of acknowledgement that never comes. In this unforced rush, you strip yourself naked. You expose your bottom line price, your fear of rejection, and the exact concessions you were hoping to keep hidden. Every word you drop into that silence is a piece of leverage you can never get back. While you spiral, the architect does nothing. They simply watch. They are not looking for your meaning. They are mapping your breaking point. They are waiting for the moment your anxiety forces you to give them exactly what they want. It is an aggressive act of psychological destabilization. By refusing to engage, they force you to defeat yourself. This strategy relies on information asymmetry. The strategic observer listens only to gather intelligence. They treat your voice as a data stream, processing your tone, your hesitations, and your micro-expressions, while offering nothing in return. This creates an immediate power imbalance. You are effectively shouting into a mirror that doesn't reflect. They know your internal state, but you have no map of theirs. This dominance is anchored in the physical. The architect does not use aggressive posturing. They use slow, calculated body language. Rapid movements signal a nervous system in flight. Slow movements signal a predator who knows they are not in danger. They speak in a lower volume, forcing you to quiet yourself to hear them. They delay their reactions. If you tell a joke or make a point, they might wait 3 seconds before responding. Those 3 seconds feel like an eternity to the victim. These suppressed movements drop the emotional temperature of the room. They set a new, cold baseline. While you are operating at a high frequency of panic, they are operating at the frequency of a stone. To survive, you find yourself subconsciously matching their pace. You slow down, you lower your voice. You are now being steered. The architect has dictated the terms of the interaction without saying a word. The aftermath of being steered is a specific kind of exhaustion. You feel hollowed out, as if you've spent hours running in place. It is the physical weight of having lost a battle you didn't even realize you were fighting. Then the realization settles in. You were dismantled. You were moved from point A to point B, not through logic or superior argument, but through the strategic use of your own social instincts. Survival in these rooms requires a total inversion of how you use your voice. Mark this truth to defy the loud, noisy lies society uses to keep you distracted. Secure your permanent spot in the inner circle of those who see the matrix and refuse to be moved by it. Expose the hidden puppet masters. Contribute your own personal survival experiences to our collective map so others can recognize the trap before it snaps shut. Pass this knowledge forward. Reach into the noise and pull another soul out of the cycle of reactive desperation. If you want to keep your mind your own, watch the next one. Otherwise, you're just a pawn.